what I'm going to deal with now is the importance of the placing of the ground line and the station point. Now, what we do is we affect, as it were, our viewpoint. So what on this particular instance, I'm going to give us a very shallow viewpoint. So I'm going to put my ground line there, but I'm going to put the station point some distance away, and on this particular instance I'm going to take that line above the horizon line, and I'm going to look at, I'm going to put it 45 degrees so that I can keep those vanishing points nicely on my line there. We have to convert everything to this bit of paper. So VP1, VP2, CV, center of vision, that's also height, so, and then our station point. Oh. Which is here. Now, of course, as you'll remember, we need to strike out, so that's 18 and 8, that is MP2, and it should be very similar. Yeah, exactly the same, so there, we mark out our measuring point 1. Now, because I've shifted that right up, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to draw not a cube, but a cuboid, a tall one. And so, bring in the baseline to here, and back up to here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it really quite, this is going to be 4 centimeters, could be 4 yards or 4 whatever. That we'll have to deal with in the future, but we're going to make it, we're going to make it 10 high. There we go. So, once again, measuring point. Bring this across. I'm only taking it as far as that. Bring this across, and I'm going to take it as far as that because we don't want the confusion of too many lines. And then they go back to the vanishing point. And again, back to the vanishing point. Now, because it's 45 degree, that back edge there is there, but I'm going to put in now a height. And then, of course, as we know, because it's just 2-point, not 3-point measuring point, we're going to draw our verticals up here. Oh, now what have we got? We've got what will stand for a tall building. And we could subdivide that. And perhaps we might put a few we'll put a central window in there, 1 centimetre, back to there, back to there. We can take those points up because we're going to put that window 3 down, and it's going to be so we've got what would be a 1 centimetre square from the middle. I do those lines quite light, and then we need to take this up here. And move across. Oh, Calhoun. So what do we have? We have a tall whatever, building, box, cuboid, whatever. And that's about the extent that we can do with 2-point measuring point without it becoming looking ridiculous, because what we would really require if it was a very tall building is a 3rd vanish. It would be going up like that, disappearing in the same way that this is disappearing. And the station point is some distance away, so that has given us a fairly undistorted figure, so the eye will accept that happily. Right, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to demonstrate what happens if the station point gets too close, or closer, as it were. So quite a moderate distance here for our height of eye at ground line. Here. But I'm going to put my station point really quite close to the ground line here. So station point, and I'm going to do it 45 again. And 45 again. And now, of course, we need our measuring points, and these will be considerably smaller, 12. So once again, VP1, MP1, VP1, MP2, MP2. Now then, we're going to put this in, and we can see immediately what's happening. We've moved in much closer, and we're going to use the same dimensions as before. So this is going to be 4, and this is going to be 4, and I take this up to the measuring point here, but just up to the baseline. That's the point there, likewise there, and then back. And what we can see now is that it's lifted much more closer to our eyes, lifted up, because I've changed that and I've changed the station point. So I've changed the height of eye, so I'm looking down on it more, but I'm going to give this, I can't remember what it was before, 6, I think it was 6, there we go. This of course has come right the way down. And then we're on to vertical. Now, as we're coming close, I can show you, in fact I'm going to use this because I'm getting a bit fed up, I have to say, with my paper one. There we go. Now I think I'll just pop that little window in again, just so we can make a comparison. Back up to the measuring point. Two down here. Here. Back to there. You can see, once you get into the swing of this, it can become quite a quick process. And if you've got a problem-solving nature, so to speak, then it really is fun working out how one can solve these different problems. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take that back inside. See. Oh, yes. I won't see that one. So there we are, and I'll put a bit of shadow in there. Bingo.